So, I've been using this camera for about 2 days now, and I wanted to talk about the things that I like and don't like about it right off the bat. First, I'd like to touch on some of the positives. This camera is tiny, like the size of a credit card. My iPhone is bigger than this camera, and that means the portability is insane. I have no problem taking this camera with me anywhere I have to go. It fits in my purse, it would fit in my pocket. When I was using the Canon M50, I never took it anywhere outside the house because it was big, bulky, hard to carry, and I felt awkward pulling it out in places to vlog. It was one of those cameras that was kind of like an attention grabber. The minute you pulled that thing out, everybody could see it. Because of how small the Powershot is, I have no problem pulling it out and vlogging and knowing that probably not a lot of people even know I have it. So for the people out there who are a little bit more shy when filming their vlogs, totally a plus. Something else I love about this camera is the built-in tripod. I can set this thing up just about anywhere. Like here. Or here. Oh, or here. In fact, where I have this set up right now is just on my windowsill. I have a tripod that I can connect to this, but I don't really feel the need to use it. The built-in tripod is perfect for just about any situation I need. Coffee break. The next thing I want to talk about is the recording quality. This camera actually has the capability to film in 4K. I am choosing not to for this particular vlog, but it does have the capabilities to do so. It also has a skin smoothing filter, which I've been using this vlog, as well as image stabilization. I have not turned on image stabilization yet, but I know that when you do, it does crop in a little bit. So that is something to keep in mind. The built-in mics on the Powershot are actually quite good for most situations. When I'm filming at home or maybe in a quieter environment, I'd find that the audio quality is actually pretty good. With the Canon M50, I did have the Rode Video Micro attached to it, but for this camera, I don't really feel the need to add an external mic. Maybe in the future I will, but for now, I don't see any issue with using it as is. There's someone outside my window. Don't see me. Do not look at me. We'll fight. Just kidding, she's an old lady. We're not gonna fight the old lady. This camera does have automatic face tracking, which I always like, but you can also click on the screen and change what you want it to focus on. Something else it has is image exposure. You can change it manually, but it also will just auto change depending on the environment you're in. One of the other biggest things I love about this camera is the fact that I have very limited camera knowledge. The Powershot is incredibly easy. It's very user intuitive, and you don't need to be really good with cameras to kind of figure out the basics. Now we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things I've noticed negatively about this camera. First things first, the battery. The battery is pretty good in terms of battery life. The issue I have is that it's not a removable battery, meaning if you want to charge it, you have to charge the whole device on its own. It does come with the charging cable, but I'm somebody who prefers a removable battery. When I had my Canon M50, I had 2 batteries and I always had one on charge so that when the other one died, I could switch it out and I could be back recording within 30 seconds. If this thing dies while I'm recording, I'll have to wait about an hour before it's fully charged. Something else I've noticed, this camera does not come with any protective equipment at all. That is very standard for cameras, but I do wish it came with even just like a pouch, like one of those little drawstring pouches to put it in when you're not using it. There is no way to flip the viewfinder so that it's not always facing out. That means that when the camera is not in use, it's super susceptible to scratches if it's in your bag, or if it gets rubbed up against something, you might break the screen. Same thing with the lens. The lens does not come with a lens cap. In fact, it's really hard to find lens caps for this particular model of camera, meaning that your lens is always susceptible to scratches or breaking. So it's extremely portable, but I'm also very cautious about where I use it, how I use it, when I use it, and where it sits in my bag if I put it in my purse. With my Canon M50, while it didn't come with a protective case, it did come with a lens cap, meaning I could put the lens cap on when I didn't want the lens out, and I could feel a little bit more comfortable putting it in my bag. Especially for people like me who did not pay for a warranty with this camera or anything like that, I am a little bit more cautious as to where I keep the camera and how I use it because I'm really worried about the lens or the viewfinder. So I did say that I do enjoy the mic quality on these. I think it is really good. However, it is really bad at blocking out any sort of outside sound in a loud environment. The 2 microphones on the top of the camera will pick up just about everything. So when you're in environments that are a little bit louder, while it will prioritize your voice because you are closer to the mics, you will be able to hear a lot of background noise in your clips. Let me show you an example. So it's intermission. I'm testing the camera quality with, like, there's a lot of background noise right now. I'm wearing a mask, so I'm testing what it sounds like to be filming and recording. This is my sister. I just got my photo done and the woman was like, you look so serious. And I was like, yeah, if I'm not smiling, that's how my face looks. Overall, I think that just about covers it. I am more than happy with this camera. It has its faults, but every camera does. So after about 2 days of using it, these are the things that I've noticed. Overall, I'm very happy with this camera. It makes me feel so much more confident vlogging out in public. And I think it is perfect for the shy vloggers out there who still want to document their life, but don't love the attention of having a big camera out. Yeah, I would highly recommend this camera.